Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem.
Good morning, and it's a little overdue. You heard the morning siren. You don't like political commentary, especially from a conservative point of view? Turn me off right now. Do yourself a favor and me a favor, and don't watch it. Because this is indeed black hat commentary on all the fun stuff going on. I've had extra time to think and pray about it since I'm in COVID limbo land. So again, don't like political commentary, don't watch. Be happy with my other stuff that I talk about with faith and hobbies. Then you'll be happy with my video. Anyway, as we approach the election, I thought we were going to have a repeat of 1984, that election. I think it's going to be a Trump landslide, much like Reagan's. However, I think the Democrats and their allies, they want to make it a repeat of 2000. And they won't force it to the courts again. They tried that and lost. And, they carped about George Bush being illegitimate this whole time. Now, I consider George Bush illegitimate now anyway because he's just a globalist and he's like Eminem without peanuts, and the Democrats are Eminem with peanuts. I hate to say that I've soured on W. Bush, and I was a big fan of his 20 years ago, or 19 years ago. Not so much anymore. But the Democrats want a repeat of 2000 through voter fraud, and they are very angry and having a heart attack that the president jokingly suggested, well, Republicans ought to test the system too, and mail-in vote, and then try to go in and vote in person. And they're all like, oh my God, he's trying to delegitimize our voting system. When they have been talking for the last week about what is called the Red Mirage, if you haven't heard that, let's turn down this great song. It is a great song. God bless the USA. The Red Mirage, for those of you who don't know, is a term coined by a few journalists. And you know how that goes. If they like it, it becomes the Associated Press talking point. You'll hear about that all November. The Red Mirage will appear like a Trump landslide on election night. But you've got to wait for the mail-in voting to be done. When is that going to happen? I'm going to tell you when that's going to happen. That's going to happen when they have enough votes to beat Trump. So does that mean the Electoral College is not going to declare itself on election night? That's crazy. I don't know. I'll be curious to see. But that's the plan. And they've talked about it openly. A number of journalists, which 99% are lefties. And so now Trump is pulling back the curtain yet again on them, and they are going bananas. Good for the president. He did that with fake news, and he has delegitimized them in the eyes of the American people, except for their people that are drinking their Kool-Aid. And some of them are people I love that are so blind with hatred for Donald Trump. It is insane. So now he's pulled back the curtain on voter fraud, and they are upset because that has been their game for decades. Democrats have always been about voter fraud. Everybody jokes openly, even Democrats, about the Chicago voting system, which is now the national voting system for the Democrats. I don't know. So it's crazy. Here's the other thing I think is funny, since time is running out. The president offers military help, National Guard help, or to these cities in unrest. The mayors all turn it down. Okay? Don't need your help. Don't want it. Don't need your help from the feds. Don't want it. They get angry even when he sends in agents to protect federal buildings. What do they all want now? Money. And guess who's denying it? He is. Ha ha! You don't want help protecting your people, but you want help to get money. Good. Screw these mayors that have failed the number one responsibility they have to protect their citizenry. Not just their citizenry, but also their citizens' businesses, properties. These mayors and governors are colossal failures. Anyway, happy Friday. That's going to be back coming September 8th, the third anniversary of Hey Padre podcast. Let's turn off the crickets. I'll be back to a daily podcast. September 8th. God bless everybody. Happy Friday.